Hey guys, it's Lene with Charmed and Dangerous. I wanted to do a video basically talking about a serious topic today. So this is not really like beauty or fashion or anything related to like what my channel is actually about, but it's something that I felt like very strongly about. I came across one of those meme things, you know, where people like post and screenshot it on a Twitter account. I am not going to put out the name of the Twitter account because my point in this is not to like throw people under the bus and be like, oh, you're so stupid. My point to this is basically just to make you guys aware of like a very sensitive issue and to just really get you guys thinking. The meme that I saw, like I said, was on Twitter, and it is rape lasts for minutes, death is forever. And it's basically about gun violence. It's a page that's dedicated towards stopping gun violence. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about it today, and I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot of negative comments on this, but this is something I felt really strongly to share with you guys. So first, let me start off by saying I approve of the correct people having guns. So we're going to start off there, and I'm sure I'm going to have like 50 million people telling me to shut my mouth, and I really don't care, because this is something that I want to share with you. I feel that everyone, even this page, has the right to have their own opinions, say what they want to say publicly. It's in the Constitution. That is completely okay with me. So I'm not here to say like, oh, this page should be shut down. You know, I haven't reported anything. I saw it, and it just kind of hit me, and it's something that I wanted to talk about. So just like this page has the right to say whatever they want to say and believe whatever they want to believe, and you know, go full force with it, so do you guys. So if you guys want to comment whatever you want to comment on this video, that is totally okay with me. I'm totally accepting of that. Just like I'm putting this video out and sharing my opinions, you guys are also allowed to do the same thing. So I'm not going to be mad or upset if, you know, somebody puts a comment below that's like, I hate you, go die. Like, people do that, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, you're entitled to say what you want to say. But I am in support of guns for self-defense, so I'm just going to start off by saying that. So there's that. But I think that, you know, even though I believe that this group on Twitter should be able to say what they want to say, I don't necessarily know that they really thought through the sensitivity of the issue. So coming from a very personal place, and this is about to get very, very personal, so you guys are about to get to know me a little bit better. I've been raped. I was 15. It was a close friend, a friend in my group who I trusted, who I thought was my friend, and he forcibly took my virginity at the age of 15. Yeah, it lasted for minutes. That is a very true statement about what this page said. Rape lasts 4 minutes. It did. It lasted for maybe like 5 to 7 minutes. I cried the whole time. He rolled over. He went to sleep. I cried myself to sleep. And I cried for a long time after that. The action of the rape only lasts a few minutes. That's very true. But the emotionalness, the guilt, the hurt, the pain, the disgustingness, everything that a woman feels afterwards doesn't last for a few minutes. I had a serious boyfriend at the time. This happened when I was with him. It was 2 years before we ever consummated our relationship because I was scared to death. It was 3 or 4 years before I ever told anybody. The first person I told was my best friend, who is like my rock, and I adore her. 3 or 4 years later is when I told her. I didn't tell anybody. I was ashamed. I felt disgusting. I was scared. My confidence just, it plummeted. I didn't trust people. I mean, people I had known for like a long time, I was always looking at them like, you're going to do something shady. You know, like it really changes the person that you are. So the actual act of the rape may only last a few minutes. But if you've ever been in that situation and you've ever had something like that taken from you, it lasts forever. I mean, there were times when I was getting intimate with a partner that I had, long-term, you know, partner that I had, and that image would always pop in my head. That moment always pops in my head. I actually just a week ago saw him on Facebook for the first time. He is friends with one of my kind of acquaintances that I just kind of randomly have on there that I know from back in the day. I was going to comment on one of her posts. I went to go comment, and there his face popped up. And at that moment, I am 28, and this happened when I was 15. At that moment, everything that he did to me came rushing back. All of it. The moment and the pain afterwards, and it just all came rushing back. Now, I'm not saying that, sorry, I'm not saying that I would have like shot him in the face, but what I am saying is if that's your like platform for why people shouldn't have guns, I feel that's kind of an insensitive platform. You know, I'm not saying if some like man like walks up to you, you immediately blow his face off. I get it. Retreat first. If someone's going to come up to you in an alley or someone's going to come up to you and do something as a woman, retreat first. See if you can get away. But if you can't get away, why in the world would you let some man violate you? How you don't know he's not going to kill you. You know, why would you let some man take that from you? You know, yes, death is forever. Once you kill him, he is never coming back, ever. Ever. You have just taken his life, and his mom and his sister and all those people are going to be upset, and it's going to be tragic, and it's going to be awful. But he is trying to take something from you. If you cannot retreat, if you cannot get away, why would you just lay down and open your legs and say, okay, well, I'm not going to shoot you because that would be wrong, but what you're about to do to me is totally okay, and just go ahead and do it. So I just kind of wanted to share my opinion. I know there's going to be a lot of people who tell me to shut my whore mouth. I know that there's going to be a lot of people who tell me that, and I've mentally prepared myself for that, but it was just something that I felt really strongly in sharing because I have a channel geared towards women. I'm not saying every woman go out and buy a gun and shoot the first person that walks up to you shady in a parking lot. But what I'm saying is I feel that we as Americans have the right to be protected. And, you know, I get stopping the gun violence, but all of these like crazy laws and all of this crazy stuff that's going on are not going to stop the criminals from getting guns. Criminals are criminals. They don't follow the law. It doesn't matter how many laws you put into place. A criminal is a person who doesn't follow the laws. Therefore, they're not going to follow the laws that you're putting into place. And, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to walk around willy-nilly shooting everybody because, you know, I'm afraid some man's going to, like, attack me. But if I am in a situation where I am out somewhere, I never want that to happen to me again, ever. If I cannot get away, if I can't, like, kick him in the face and run to the closest place and call the police and, you know, if he's got me pinned down and there is no way that I can get away, absolutely, I'm going to blow his face off. Absolutely. So if you guys don't like that, I'm so sorry. But absolutely, I would blow his face off if I am put in the position where there is nothing else that I can do. I'm not just going to let some man violate me, beat me, rape me, kill me, do whatever he wants to me because I'm like, well, I can't shoot you because then your wife is going to be mad. Like, who gives a fuck at your wife? Like, I don't care at this point because you are about to really physically hurt me. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because like I said, I am completely advocating for the fact that they have the freedom of speech. They can say what they want to say. They can go full force with what they are trying to do. And I get and I understand what they're trying to do because there are a lot of bad people doing a lot of bad things with guns. I get that. But I think when they made that post, I don't know if they really kind of took a step back and really thought about the sensitivity of it. You know, have any of these women in this group ever been raped? If it was your daughter, you know, for the women in this group, if it was your daughter and she was in a position where she couldn't get away, she was out with friends and, you know, she was walking somewhere and some guy pulled her into an alley and he was going to rape her and there was nowhere for her to go. He's stronger than her. He's bigger than her. He is going to rape her. He is going to beat her and he might kill her. At that point, would you be advocating for the same thing? Would you be saying, well, honey, this rape that's about to happen is only going to last a few minutes, but if you shoot this guy, he's going to die. Would you feel that same way? I think the post was just very insensitive, and there's insensitive stuff floating all around. I guess it just really hit home for me because it's a very like personal issue because I've been through it. But I don't necessarily feel that it was right. For them to back up their claim with this. You know, I get where they're going with it, but it was such like a sensitive area. It was such like a fine line area that just reading that, like rape lasts for a few minutes, death is forever. Rape is forever. Death is definitely forever and he is not coming back. But rape is also forever. The act lasts a few minutes, but you are never going to, I will be 79 years old. And I will always remember what that man did to me. I will always have a visual image of his face. I will always remember laying curled up in a ball, crying myself to sleep. I will always remember walking out of that house the next morning, feeling like I wanted to die. I will always remember that. I will remember trying to be intimate with my partner and having those images flash in my head and not being able to give my partner what my partner deserved at the time because we were in a committed 5-year relationship. Because I couldn't breathe because it all came fluttering back. For the rest of my life, forever, that is going to be in my head. And I just wanted to share that with you guys and just kind of urge you guys to just think. That doesn't mean that you have to be on my side. That doesn't mean that you have to, advocate for guns and, hey, everybody buy guns and go shoot each other. It's just to be more sensitive before you kind of jump on a bandwagon into something like this, because they have a decent amount of followers, and that's not a problem. But I'm just urging everyone, before you jump on a bandwagon like this and before you follow something like this and you decide, well, this is my conviction and this is what I believe, and think about it from all sides. I'm thinking about it from their side as well. I get it. If I had a kid who got shot in the face by, some crazy person or a family member, I get it. I'm thinking about it from all sides. I'm not saying, oh, your page should be shut down. Oh, you're awful people. Oh my God, you should die. I get where they're going with this, and I support them in the fact that they have the right to feel what they want to feel and say what they want to say and change the world if they feel they can change the world. But I don't think that they necessarily thought about it from all sides. To post something so insensitive like that, I don't necessarily think that they really thought about it from the other side. There are women out there who have been through this, who maybe at the time wish that they would have been able to protect themselves. Some of those women may be dead, and they may never ever be able to see their families again, just like this guy that you're advocating for so much, this rapist guy. So I urge people to kind of just use sensitivity with things like this, and just really kind of think. And it was just really something that hit me emotionally, so I felt I had to share it. I don't know how well this video is going to go. I might get a lot of hate comments on it, but like I said, feel free, bring it on. You are allowed to say what you want to say, and we all are. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I know this is not health related, well, kind of, or, beauty related or fashion related or anything that my channel is actually about, but I felt that because I have a channel geared towards women, and just because it's something that hit me so personally that, maybe I can help somebody understand that eventually you will get through this. And when you see things like that, having it been a long time, it still remains with me. But when I see things like that, it flares it up, and it upsets me, and it pisses me off, and it makes me angry. And, you will get through it. And if this has ever happened to you, your life can get better. It's not the end of the world, but it's always going to be with you. And when people say things like this, and when people make ignorant comments like this and say something really insensitive, it really does upset you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any more serious videos. I might. It depends on how this goes. I don't know if it's going to go all so well, kind of iffy about that. But like I said, I'm just here to urge you guys just to think more sensitively and just kind of think outside the box. Think from all perspectives. You may have had somebody who was, shot by some crazy guy with a gun, and you're like, no guns, gun control, and I get it. But there's another side of that spectrum. There's millions of other sides. So you just really have to think about all of the sides as a whole, and not be so focused on one side that you're hurting other people. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.